It's the second round of the Crosstown Trivia Classic here on 120, a Chicago Cubs podcast. My name is Ben Hudy. I am the host of the Crosstown Trivia Classic, and I am so happy to be here with you guys for a second round. Thank you so much for following along. It was a great first round, a lot of blowouts, but these two right here were able to prevail and blow out their opponents and move on to the second round. And the winner of this game will go to the championship and be the first team opponent, I guess you could say, in the championship. Dom, I'm going to start with you today because it's been a while since we've talked to you. You were able to get a massive 11-5 victory over David and Ethan. It's been a while, so there might be a little rust, but what are your thoughts going into this match?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Like you said, maybe a little bit of rust since it's been about 3 weeks now. But yeah, I've been paying attention to all the matches, a lot of blowouts, obviously, but can't wait for this match against Mikey. I mean, no offense to Dave and Ethan, but I'm a little bit more worried this time around because it seems like Mikey knows his stuff, but excited to get going.
Mikey, I'll go over to you now. You were able to take an 8-2 victory over fellow ISU student Liam Lyons. Pretty dominant across the board. Missed a couple Cubs questions, though. I think that might be a big reason for you to get a victory tonight.
Yeah, I think Liam severely underperformed is kind of the big thing, and I make fun of him to his face about that. So I'll take that. I did better than I expected. I'm looking forward to this one with Dom. Dom, I appreciate your compliment. But you were electric in your first round match. I remember watching it and just kind of answering it like under my breath, and I was like, "Damn, like he knew that one." And I was like, "If I have to line up, I'm gonna have to study." But no, I think we'll have a fun time. I noticed you're sitting up. It looks like you're at a desk or something this time. You're taking this thing seriously.
Yeah, I'm
I
prepared for this
respect
one.
it.
I had to get nice and relaxed. Even though I was on my bed last time, I got a nice little comfortable chair going around here,
Yeah.
and it's nice and relaxed this time.
Well, I'm glad I get the sitting up in the chair treatment. David and Ethan just got the sitting on your bed with your phone down here. So
Yeah,
I'm glad
yeah,
that I at least get that respect.
yeah. Yep.
Before we get into the match, a little bit of a change going to the second round. We've been doing 9 rounds of trivia, which means it was 5 Cubs/White Sox rounds. Mikey's the last Cubs fan left in this tournament, so he's got a lot to prove here on 120. But
That's a weight to bear.
We are only doing 8 rounds, so it will be 4 White Sox/Cubs, Blackhawks, Bulls, Bears, and Jersey math. I don't think I'm forgetting anything else. Once again, just 1 points across the board, no double points, no double chances at anything. It's all just straight up, and we'll play through all the way because I love playing trivia and I wrote these questions and I want to give them all to you guys. And I don't mind seeing a little bit of running up the score, but if it's a close game, we're definitely going to have to use all 8 rounds, 8 rounds of trivia. So I'm super excited. Once again, whoever wins this goes to the championship. So are you all ready to play some trivia?
Let's do it.
All right, Mikey, we're going to start with you today.
Oh man, that's not good. I want to be the home team, man. Okay, let's go. Let's ride.
Mr. Fornelli. Oh, wait, let me get my timer ready. That's a big time part of this. 1 minute on the clock after the initial question. If they miss it, it goes over to the opposing player for 30 seconds on the clock. Fornelli.
Yeah.
Chicago Cubs. Besides Dexter Fowler, who is the last Cubs center fielder to make an All-Star game appearance? A minute on the clock.
Besides Dex, who was the last Cubs center fielder to make an All-Star game appearance? Has to be so it has to be specifically a center fielder, right? So I mean,
correct.
How do they normally work the All-Star game in recent years? Like it's just like outfield generally vote. So are you saying like somebody who played enough games at center?
Yes.
Okay. Jeez, I don't know.
And you know what? I'll give you guys the years as well.
Okay.
This was in 2010.
Oh my God.
30 seconds.
So that would have been like during the time where everyone had to have an all-star. I don't know.
10 seconds.
Junior Lake.
Final answer?
Yeah.
That is incorrect. Over to Dom. Dom, do you need me to, I will repeat the question. Besides Dexter Fowler, who is the last Cubs center fielder to make an All-Star game appearance? It was in 2010. 30 seconds on the clock.
Ooh, I don't know about this one. Trying to think of 2010 or Cub outfielders. I have someone in mind, but you guys might laugh at my guess because I don't even think he was even that good of a player. I'm pretty sure.
10 seconds.
This is a
5,
terrible guess, but I'm going to
4.
say David DeJesus.
Final answer?
Yes.
That is also incorrect. It was Marlon Byrd. Marlon Byrd was the last Cubs outfielder to make the All-Star game.
Today's daily random Cub was Darwin Barney.
Yeah, I did
So
see that.
It's in the general zone. It's in the zone.
It is in the general zone. Dom, over to you for the Chicago White Sox. Similar question. Who is the last White Sox third baseman to make an appearance in the All-Star game? The year was 2008.
2008. I got somebody in mind, but
30 seconds.
he was on the team.
Ten seconds remaining, Dom.
Was he on the team in 2008? I'm going to say Wani Ribe.
Final answer?
Yes.
That is incorrect. Over to Mikey, 30 seconds. Who was the last White Sox third baseman to make an appearance in the All-Star game in 2008?
I'm literally going to punt on this. I have no clue.
Nothing?
Save the time, yeah.
All right, that is incorrect. Dom, Joe Creedy.
I didn't think he was on the team in 2008. I thought he was gone by then. I was thinking him, but I didn't think he was on the team. Fuck. All right. Okay.
0 points after the first round. All-Star game stumping a little bit. We're going to get a little tougher here in the second round. We got to make sure points just aren't flying off the board like they were previously.
Why couldn't it have been a Brian LaHair question? I want a Brian LaHair question.
It's too easy. I know you know that too. I know you know it. That's why I didn't give it to you.
It's just a meme.
I know. All right, Mikey. Chicago Bears.
Okay.
This Bears backup quarterback played in 5 games in 2016 after an injury to Jay Cutler. He played well up until he broke his arm and was sidelined for the season. A minute on the clock.
I'm between 2, but I know 2 at the top of my head. This one, it's got to be Josh McCown, right?
Is that your final answer? That is incorrect. Over to Dom. Dom, I'll repeat it one more time. 30 seconds after I repeat it. This Bears backup quarterback played in 5 games in 2016 after an injury to Jay Cutler. He played well up until he broke his arm and was sidelined for the season. 30 seconds.
So Cutler got hurt in the middle of the season?
Correct.
Okay. I got 2 guys. I'm going to say Matt Barkley.
Final answer?
Yes.
That is also incorrect. Still 0 points to be given out. Mikey, I don't know if this was your other guy or Dom. Brian Hoyer.
Yep. I was literally going to see if you, I was going to see what your face was when I'd say, oh, is he a Raider now? But I didn't do it. I wasn't going to try and get the poker rules and see if you would make a face. But no, I was between McCown or Hoyer.
I've done a pretty good job, I think, when people kind of like
keep a good face.
Keep it pretty subtle. Dom, over to you now. Bears, similar light question. This Bears backup spent 2 years with the Bears, but played 2 games in 2011. He played in those games due to injuries to Jay Cutler and Caleb Haney. A minute on the clock.
Oh my God. 2011.
Yes, 2011, and he was also on the team in 2012.
Is it Jason Campbell?
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
That is incorrect. Over to Mikey. Mikey, I'll repeat it one more time. This Bears backup spent 2 years with the Bears, but played 2 games in 2011. He played in those games due to injuries to Jay Cutler and Caleb Haney. 30 seconds on the clock.
What year did you say it was?
2011 and 2012.
It's like new color. Is that Matt Barkley?
Final answer?
Mm-hmm.
That is incorrect. It's actually your previous answer.
Oh my
Josh
God.
McCown.
McCown?
Yeah.
I thought he was 2013.
Man, yeah, I thought McCown was later too.
I thought, I thought that as well, but I looked because I literally had to double check that question, but that's exactly when I had the reference pulled up that it was Josh McCown. He had played in 2011 and 2012. And he was only on their roster here and there in 2012. For some reason I remembered him playing much longer, but
You said he only played 2 games?
Yeah.
You said he only played 2 games?
Correct.
Why do I remember Josh McCown playing for so much longer?
Yeah, he played. I feel like McCown one season played 5 or 6 games.
That must have been 13 or 14. He must have came back and I don't know.
Was he on the team those just 2? Okay.
Let's see. Hold up. I just want to make sure before.
Dom, look at us, man. This is bad so far.
Yeah, no.
This is the semifinals. I know these are tough.
These are tough questions. I can't imagine what the championship questions are going to be if these are semis.
It's all right, though. We're going to get a little easier here. I hope. These are 2 questions I wrote as 2 potential just you guys to get points up after
Doesn't make
2
me feel
pretty
good
tough
about it.
questions. Here we go. Mikey, Cubs.
Mm-hmm.
In 2016, Chris Bryant was the first player since 1913 to go 5 for 5 with 3 home runs and 2 doubles in a game. What team was it against?
Do you know, people are going to think we're cheating because it was the Celtics won last game. And then I was at this game in Cincinnati against the Reds.
Final answer.
Yeah.
That is correct. That's absurd. Why? I promise we do not know these facts before we go into these games. And my Lord. All right, Dom, here we go. White Sox. Against what team did Jose Abreu hit for the cycle against back in 2017? A minute on the clock.
Oh. Is it the Giants?
Final answer?
Yes.
That is correct. For a second there, I thought I stumped you. I thought that one was going to be easy points, but both of you 1-1 after 3.
I was pretty clear on Giants. I was going through the teams though just to make sure, but I was fairly confident it was the Giants.
Well, Dom gets on the board. It's a 1-1 game after 3 rounds. 5 rounds left. We got a good game ramping up here, folks. Let's go to the Bulls for Mikey.
Oh,
Mikey. Man. Joakim Noah has played for 4 teams across his NBA career. Chicago, New York Knicks, LA Clippers. What team is missing from the group?
Is it the fourth one in that like line of succession or
No, it's not. It's not in the exact line of succession, but those are three teams he played
Bulls,
for, and there's
Knicks,
one
Clippers.
missing.
Bulls, Knicks, Clippers. Did he go play for Tibbs? No, that would have been the Knicks. Never mind. Minnesota, the Timberwolves?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
That is incorrect. Over to Dom. Dom, I'll repeat the question. Joakim Noah has played for 4 teams across his NBA career. Chicago, New York Knicks, LA Clippers. What team is missing from the group? 30 seconds.
I want to say the Grizzlies.
Is that your final?
Yeah.
That is correct. The Grizzlies for Dom. He mostly played for Chicago and the Knicks, and then he was kind of done by then, but he had a cup of tea in Memphis as well as LA Clippers. Dom, trying to get a sweep of the Chicago Bulls question. Similar question once again. Here we go. Derrick Rose has played for 6 teams across his NBA career. Chicago Bulls, New York Knicks, Minnesota Timberwolves, Detroit Pistons, and Memphis Grizzlies. What team is missing from the group?
Cleveland Cavaliers.
I knew this one.
Yes.
That is correct. I honest to God, when I wrote that, when I was looking at his teams, I forgot that he played for Cleveland, but he had a stop there at the trade deadline when like D Wade,
LeBron, right?
Yeah, it was like D Wade, LeBron, bunch of random veterans trying to.
LeBron pulled in a bunch of random veterans to try and make things work, and he said, "Fuck the farm system," and Cleveland. He was going to go play in LA.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, Dom sweeps the Chicago Bulls category, which gives him a 3-1 lead, but still good amount of points left on the board. We're going to get into the statistics sides of thing. If you guys saw the category last week, it's a 3-year sample, and I'll give you the position, but it goes based off of their average, their RBIs, and their home runs. So, Mikey, I'll start with you first for the Cubs. Mikey, name this Cubs outfielder based on the stats from 2016 to 2018. Give me 1 second as the baseball reference loads. Okay, here we go. In 2016, this player had a 277 batting average with 3 home runs and 14 RBIs. In 2017, this player had a 298 batting average with 8 home runs and 46 RBIs. And then in 2018, he had a 286 with 5 home runs and 41 RBIs. A minute on the clock.
I had somebody in mind. I kind of lost it.
If you need me to repeat any stat,
would that be? Is that Almora?
Final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct, Albert Almora. He was really he was in the high batting averages for a couple of years there before he just completely fell off. Yeah, after
he said that he was kind of the first person to criticize the Cubs like blowing it up. He was like, there was always choppy waters, whatever his quote was.
Yeah, he's Dom knows it as well. I hate Albert Almora. One of my least favorite players ever. Especially after the whole.
I remember those days. You ranting about him.
All right, Dom. Here we go. 3-2. Dom trying to get his White Sox question. Name this White Sox infielder based on the stats from 2019 to 2021. In 2019, hold up, give me 1 second. I'm gonna have to cut this part. Okay. Are you guys ready? Sorry about that. Dom, in 2019, 315 batting average, 25 home runs, 79 RBIs. In 2020, 225 batting average, 6 home runs, 24 RBIs. In 2021, .263 batting average, 14 home runs, 61 RBIs. A minute on the clock.
Moncada. Yohan Moncada.
Final?
Yep.
That is correct. 4-2 after that one for Dom. Before we get over to the Chicago Blackhawks. Here we go. Mikey. Who assisted Patrick Kane for the game-winning goal in Game 6 of the 2010 Stanley Cup?
Yeah.
He got it from the blue line and kind of took it off to the faceoff circle on the left, like his little nest over there. So I'm gonna have to think somebody on defense. Was it Nick Yalmerson? Just a random ass guess.
Final?
Yeah.
That is incorrect. Over to Dom. Dom, who assisted Patrick Kane for the game-winning goal in Game 6 of the 2010 Stanley Cup Final?
That is a tough question, man. I like Mikey's thinking though of the defenseman because I'm looking at the play right now, and I know he got a pass from around that area.
I was impressed last week with your Antoine Vermette out of your ass in the middle of the trivia. Or not last week, 2 weeks ago. I was like, man, I'm screwed in the Blackhawk stuff.
I knew that one. This is a good one. So
As soon as you said it, I knew it.
Dom, you got 5 seconds.
Oh shoot! All right, defenseman. I'll say Keith. Duncan Keith.
Final?
Yeah.
That is incorrect. It was Brian Campbell.
So it wasn't on
my
defense.
God.
I apologize. I forgot that he times like the rebuttal like answer, so I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to do that.
No, you're good. You're good. I had no idea anyways. I was thinking defenseman and
well,
that's a good question.
You could give a special shout out to your opponent from 2 weeks ago, Ethan Kortz, for these questions. He helped me write these ones.
Okay.
Dom, get some redemption after Mikey decided to cut you off and play defense.
Unlike Brian Campbell.
Dom, who was one of the 2 players to assist Dave Bolland in his game-winning goal in Game 6 of the 2013 Stanley Cup Final? You only have to name one. There was 2 technical players that assisted him.
Oh, it was the defenseman shot it. Oh my God. I'm gonna say Johnny Oduya.
Final?
Yes.
That is correct. Johnny Oduya.
Wow.
For
Big
Dom
pull
to
there.
get his 5th point.
Who was the other one?
The other one was Michael Frolik, if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Was that your other thought in your mind, Dom?
No, I was thinking straight defenseman again because I'm just thinking of the plays and I saw I know the defenseman shot it, hit the post, and then yeah.
Well, special shout out to Ethan Kortz for helping me out with those ones. Those were written maybe 5 minutes before this match started. I always push off the Blackhawks ones as far as possible. All right, folks, get out your pen and paper because it's time for Jersey math. Mikey, we're going to start with you today. Mikey, I was talking to you pregame at the office, at the WZND office, and you said that you will never get a Jersey math in your life.
I'd be pretty impressed. I'm not good at the Jersey math. I don't really remember Jersey numbers that well. I could tell you most names, random names. I'm a journalism major. I don't care about the numbers.
You got me on Andre Dawson last week. I was thinking, I swear I thought Andre Dawson was 11 or something, but now I know he was 8. So I actually got a Jersey math question wrong last week.
Mikey, 3 players with their numbers, with their time during the Chicago team. Just going to do some double checking because I screwed it up last week. Here we go, Mikey. Kyle Schwarber plus Fergie Jenkins plus DeMar DeRozan.
Man.
I'll repeat it one more time. Kyle Schwarber plus Fergie Jenkins plus DeMar DeRozan.
$41.
Is that your final?
Mm-hmm.
That is incorrect. Over to
Dang
Dom
it.
now. Dom, once again, I'll repeat it. Kyle Schwarber plus Fergie Jenkins plus DeMar DeRozan.
We can write it down, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know what Fergie Jenkins is.
Me neither.
Let's take a shot in the dark here. Let's see.
15 seconds.
I'm gonna say 64.
Final answer?
Yeah.
That is incorrect. I don't know where your math went wrong, but you were 10 off. It's 54. Kyle Schwarber wore number 12. Fergie Jenkins wore number 31. And DeMar DeRozan wore number 11.
Why did I think Fergie was so
41.
much lower? Why did I think Fergie? I had.
The numbers on the foul poles, Mikey.
I know. I
When
was trying to think about it.
When Mikey said 41, that came to my head as possible numbers, so I put that down.
Here we go, Dom. This could ice the match away from Mr. Fornelli. If not, Mikey would have to come back and get every single question to push overtime. Dom. Richard Dent plus Yoan Moncada plus Duncan Keith. A minute on the clock.
Richard Dent? Oh, Lordy. Okay.
I've been pulling out some old school guys recently.
I know two of them right away. Yeah, I got two of them right away off the top of my head. So now I got about 50 seconds to think of Richard frickin' Dent. Let's see. He was a big boy, so he's higher number, I'm guessing. Oh, man. Richard Dent.
$20 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna need a final answer, Dom.
111.
Final?
111.
That is incorrect. Over to Mikey. Mikey, 30 seconds. Richard Dent plus Yoan Moncada plus Duncan Keith.
$85.
Is that your final?
Yeah.
That is also incorrect. Nothing on the jersey mat there. Richard Dent wore number 95. Yoan Moncada, number 10. And Duncan Keith, number 2. 107 was the final on that one. 5-2. Mikey, you're not going to be able to come back in this one, but you could potentially make up some ground here.
I can cover. I can cover.
Exactly.
The covered spread.
Yeah.
Here we go, Mikey. Career paths. Name this former Cubs middle infielder based on career path. St. Louis Cardinals, Colorado Rockies, Arizona Diamondbacks, Chicago Cubs.
Cardinals, Rockies, Diamondbacks, Cubs. No, I don't know who this is. And you're not allowed to give us like years or anything?
You know what? I was thinking about that before. I'll stop the timer really quick. Yeah, I could give you the years. I don't know why I haven't been doing that, honestly.
That's okay.
I will say it is in our lifetime. I don't want this to illuminate off the screen. 2010 to 2019 was his career.
Andrelton Simmons?
Is that your final?
Mm-hmm.
That is incorrect. Over to Dom. Dom, I'll repeat it one more time. St. Louis, Colorado, Arizona, Chicago Cubs.
What were the years again? I'm sorry.
2010 to 2019.
So Diamondbacks and then Cubs. I don't think this guy played for those other two teams. But I know he went from the Diamondbacks to the Cubs, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to say, oh my God, this isn't right. I'm going to say Miguel Montero.
That is incorrect. My least favorite Cub of all time, Daniel Descalso.
That's a good one. Good one.
Should have said Cubs. Which Cubs bench coach?
Oh, man.
That's all he was.
I hated that guy. And that's the reason we didn't get Bryce Harper. No, it's actually not it's actually not the reason, but that was supposed to be the big offseason where they continued their dominant ways, and they only went out and signed St. Louis Cardinal lifer Daniel Descalso. Dom, you've already clinched, but you might as well tack on a potential another point to get whoever you're facing in the championship a little more scared. Dom, name this former White Sox starting pitcher based on their career path. He played from 2010 to 2022. New York Yankees, Pittsburgh Pirates, Chicago White Sox, Detroit Tigers. Minute on the clock.
Can I get the teams one more time?
New York Yankees, Pittsburgh Pirates, Chicago White Sox, Detroit Tigers. $30 seconds.
God, I should know this. How do I not know this?
10 seconds. Gonna need a final answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You just punting it?
Yes.
All right, over to Mikey. Mikey, if you could find
if
it.
Dom doesn't know it, I have no idea. My immediate reaction, just based on a number of teams you rattled off, was Jose Quintana, but like you didn't say Cubs in there. I'm not gonna guess. I'm punting. I'm giving it to Dom.
Punting for Dom's run to the championship. Dom, I know you weren't a big fan.
Gonna drive it.
I know you weren't a big fan of this guy, Ivan Nova.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I thought he played for a couple more teams, but that definitely was definitely not thinking of Nova. But yeah, that makes sense when you say it now.
Well, regardless, Dom, you missed a couple questions. Going to have to shake some things off for the championship, but you're going to the championship. Any final match thoughts as you're going to take on the winner of Big John or Nick Kane?
Yeah, great match. Questions were very difficult, but happy that I pulled it out. Mikey, good performance considering that these questions were very difficult, but can't wait to see who I'm playing next. Either John or Nick, two great opponents, both know their stuff. So can't wait. And I definitely got to start studying because championship's going to be tough.
You're going to see Dom again in 2 weeks for the championship match, but you see the guy on the left side of the screen's face all the time on this podcast, so he won't be going anywhere. Mikey, any thoughts after a closer match, the closest match of the tournament thus far?
Credit to Dom. Great job. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the championship, rooting for you. In the COVID bubble of that's forgotten hockey, not the basketball version, the hockey COVID bubble, the Blackhawks were kind of like admitted into the playoffs by COVID rules and shocked the world and beat the Oilers. That was me against Liam because everyone kind of sees Liam as this nerd White Sox fan, and he's not a nerd, but he just has all the knowledge. And I beat him, and then I ran into the Golden Knights. So we move on. We punt. We move on. We record a new episode of 120 after this, and we root for Dom in the championship.
Once again, your final score here is Dom with a 6-2 lead that will send him to the championship. The next match you will see is on Friday, one that I think a lot of people are talking about and very excited about. Big John versus Nick Kane. There's already been a lot of shit talk. If you've seen the matches, they wanted each other and they got each other, but someone's gonna end up having to face Dom. What's up?
That's like a John Cena versus The Rock type of matchup right there. WrestleMania 28. And that's the comparison.
I don't think I've been more excited to record a match thus far than Big John and Kane. Mikey, you let the tournament down because it's all White Sox fans now, but that's okay because at the end of the day,
you didn't recruit good enough Cubs fans.
Doesn't matter.
Me, Nick, and who was the other? Nick Alonso. Who was the other Cubs fan?
Slater, who just got walloped by Nick.
And Nick got skunked in his appearance, and he told me he would. We got so many people who are non-Cubs fans who could have done well enough as Cubs fans. Like Will Johnson, who's like a friend of the pod we've had on, is a Yankees fan. I still think he could have done well as a Cubs fan. Probably better than me. Well, next time we'll just have like some like ex facto Cubs fans pretend to be Cubs fans.
That's how it is.
Cubs fans are having a good week. Let Sox fans.
That's true.
Let Sox fans enjoy it a little bit.
But at the end of the day, a White Sox fan will win the Crosstown Trivia Classic. But as always, go Cubs.